What is going on, everybody? This is Harwin here, bringing you guys another full commentary for subscriber battles on Flash. I believe this is subscriber battles number 8. And anyway, for those of you who don't know how to join these subscriber battles and play against me, it's really simple. Now, currently, I've only done Flash subscriber battles, and to play me on Flash, basically, just add me on Skype. My username on Skype is the same as my Ninja Kiwi username. If you don't know what that is, my Skype username is in the description anyway. So just add me on Skype and ask to join my subscriber chat room. And if you ask that, then I will definitely add you to my subscriber chat room. And what happens in the chat room is that every once in a while, probably every few weeks or something, I post a few codes for Bloons battles in the chat room. And basically whoever just joins the code first gets to play a game with me. So yeah, that's pretty simple. And for subscriber battles, I tend to not really try that hard. I like to go random towers a lot. As you can see, I'm using monkey aces in this video clip. And yeah, I tend to just not try that hard. I like to go random towers. And even if I go try hard towers, I technically don't try as hard as I usually would in tournament battles or if I'm playing Road to Perfection. So, you know, subscriber battles are just a way for subscribers and I to have a way to interact and have fun playing the game. So yeah, that's basically it. But mobile subscriber battles, now this is something that I want to try out and I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. So I'm gonna try to start doing mobile subscriber battles very soon. So how it's going to work is that, first of all, when I'm doing it, I will post a video announcing that I am doing mobile subscriber battles right now. So if I post a video, say I'm doing mobile subscriber battles right now, then that means I'm going to be recording the battles at that moment. So how to get in a game with me? So basically, first just add me on Facebook. My Facebook link should be in the description. And if you add me on that, make sure that your game is connected to Facebook so that you can send me a challenge to the game. And you can invite me to any game mode you want, it doesn't really matter. But I will be notifying when I will be doing subscriber battles on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So make sure that you follow me on all of those so you don't miss out on it. And how to play against me, really simple. Just challenge me send a challenge to me in Bloons Battles Mobile. Now, if multiple people challenge me, I will just accept the first person who challenges me. So, you know, it might take a few tries until you actually get into a game with me. But, you know, I'm just doing the best I can. So hopefully I made that clear. So if you didn't get that, it's really simple. Just add me on Facebook so we have a way to connect with each other in the game. I will post a video when I will be doing mobile subscriber battles, and when I post that video, feel free to challenge me to a private battle in Bloons Battles Mobile so you can play a game against me. Doesn't matter which mode it is, whether it's club arena or just a regular battle arena. I mean, not battle arena, just regular battle energy mode. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, just play however you want. You can go random towers, you can try hard. Now for most of the subscriber battles, I'll probably be doing some random towers. Maybe I'll try hard once in a while, but really it's just a way to have fun. I'm not really gonna try hard or anything. So yeah, I think that's basically all the announcements that I have. So yeah, I'm just gonna get right into commentating in the gameplay. So I won the first game by sending yellows, I believe it was, against my opponent who got up the Ring of Fire too late, and I lost the second game because I had $17,000 saved up to rush, but I completely under defended and I lost to natural Moabs instead. So now we're in Hydro Dam, and I get on my farm pretty early while my opponent barely gets up his first farm, but he went a little bit of Bloon eco earlier on, so we're basically the same in eco. So I get up a few ninjas to defend the black Bloons instead of getting the third tier ninja, which my opponent does. And I just get up more farms. I get up my boomerang so I can defend any region whites or region yellows that my opponent decides to send at me at round 8. And I forced my opponent to just defend stuff and get up that 3-0 boomerang to defend the regions. So my opponent tries to send some region rainbows against me, and I successfully defend that, and I have to get up a second 3-0 boomerang just to defend those region rainbows. And I send a ceramic or two, and my opponent does get up that Bloon Jitsu. I also get up my Bloon Jitsu to defend a few ceramics for my opponent. And right now we're basically even, The only difference is that I have slightly more farms than my opponent, but now it's actually the same. So I send a few ceramics, and that forces my opponent to sell mostly all his farms, and now he basically has very low income. So now my opponent sends a Moab against me, and I easily defend that with a turbocharge. So I send another Moab, that forces my opponent to sell even more farms, and now my opponent is going all-out rush against me. I go in for an all-out rush against him. I use my sabotage supply lines before he did, and I outstalled my opponent without having to defend anything. So that was a fun game. And now we're on A game, and on this map my opponent asked me to play Cothrell. So this was one of the games that I actually did try on, but you know, A game isn't one of my strong maps, so this is probably not going to go well for me. So I get up my ninja and tack shooter, while my opponent's going for a double tack shooter strategy, which is pretty good. As I mean, all the games that I've seen with players using that strategy, it's gone pretty well for them. But whenever I try it, it doesn't work that well. I know I'm probably doing something wrong, but you know, I just like to stick with the strategy that I'm decent at, so I don't really want to change. So I get up my Ring of Fire pretty early on round 6. I'm not sure why I did that. I probably should have just waited until round 8, but I just got a little scared, so I got it on round 6. Probably a bad idea, because now my income is really low compared to my opponent's, because my opponent has a lot more farms than me now. So it's round 10, and I get up my mortar to defend any region less my opponent sends, and I actually lose quite a few lives there. So if my opponent decides to send a huge region Rainbow Rush, and I don't prepare for a while, then I can easily die right there. So both of us are getting up our ninjas to defend round 15 ceramics, and I do have enough money to afford the Bloons 2, and I do get it up. But I'm really behind in farms, so I just try to send a few ceramics, hoping to make my opponent sell something. But his ninjas do a really good job, and he didn't really have to even sell that many farms. So now that it's round 18, I have to get up my tack shooters to defend any Moabs that my opponent sends. My opponent does send a Moab, and after that my one single ceramic leaked through, and that one ceramic killed me. So this is one of the things that I really don't like about the ninja, is that it really depends on luck, because sometimes the distraction is really good and it helps you a lot, and at other times it's just, you know, not that great. So that's one of the disadvantages of the ninja, and I really wish that Ninja Kiwi would change that, because sometimes just using the ninja, sometimes it can really help you, but other times it's just really bad. So I mean, you can use other strategies that are less luck based, but if you use those strategies and then your opponent is lucky, then I mean, it's like your opponent's lucky and you're not. It's not necessarily fair, and I'm not complaining about that, but it's just that I find it strange that Ninja Kiwi added a luck-based tower to the game when the game really shouldn't be that luck-based. So anyway, we're on Temple, and we both win random towers, so this is going to be a pretty fun match. So as you can see, I lost quite a few lives early on because I did not get up my boomerang fast enough, and my opponent has an A strategy. I decided to spare my opponent, and while I'm typing, my opponent set a camo Bloons while I was typing. So I couldn't finish typing fast enough, and I just lost right there because I was in the middle of the typing. And good game right there. So now we're on Pumpkin Patch, and in my opinion, this is probably the most intense game out of all the games in this video, because I just went for a really weird strategy towards the end of the game, and it somehow worked decently well. So I have I go for the 3-0 boomerang instead of the 2-3 boomerang like I went on the last game, because on this map and longer maps, I feel like the 3-0 boomerang does do a better job against pink Bloons and basically all the Bloons. It does a better job than 2-3 boomerang on long maps. So I have to get on my mortar because a 3-0 boomerang on this map really can't completely defend against blacks and region whites and all that stuff. So I just get on my mortar in case. And I'm just building up my income. It looks like neither my opponent nor I have farms, so this is just going to be a Bloon income match, which is pretty fun. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I did go random towers on this game, so did my opponent. So this is going to be another fun match. Anyway, it's round 13, and my opponent just tries to send a few region zebras or region rainbows there. Didn't really do much. I didn't even have to get up my second glaive ricochet, and instead I get a bionic boomer up instead. So if my opponent decides to send some ceramics, I believe my opponent just sent one right there, I really won't have trouble. But when it's round 18 and Moabs can be sent out, then I'm going to have a few problems, because boomerangs aren't that great against Moabs unless you get up turbocharges and buy and sell abilities, but buying and selling turbochargers is really expensive. So it looks like neither of us are going to rush for round 18, but will any of us rush on round 20? This is going to be really interesting. So my opponent has a Ring of Fire and Dartling and Sniper strategy, and he sends a BFB against me. So this is really going to be fun for me. I get up a few boomerangs and I get up a few turbochargers to defend that Moab. I get up another turbocharge to defend the Moab, the BFB layer off. And as soon as the BFB layer is popped, I use that ground zero to defend those Moabs at the end. And then I just send a BFB back at my opponent, and my opponent ends up dying from that. So that was probably the most intense game that I played right there. And this is the final game of the video, which is Unzen Garden. My opponent asked me to play King of the Hill rules, but you know, I just didn't really feel like trying hard. So I went for I guess a fun strategy. And what's really funny is that although this strategy isn't really that good, I used this strategy in my first ever video on YouTube. So if you go on YouTube and see my first ever video, it was a tournament battle against King 01357, something like that. But he was hosting a Bloons TD Battles tournament, and we played on Zen Garden, and I used a strategy basically the exact same as this. And now that I think of it, I don't know why I was thinking back then, because this strategy really isn't even that great. Well, I mean, I guess some players can use it effectively, but I can't use this strategy effectively. I really need farms. So I get up my Ring of Fire on round 8. I have to sell everything, and as of now, my income is actually pretty decent for Zen Garden. But the bad thing now is that it's just decent. It's just decent mid game and late game. So, you know, there's other helpful towers like the Ninja that I don't have right now, and that will hurt me. So on round 12, I get up my Mortar. I get up a Buccaneer just to clean up anything if my opponent decides to send Regen Rainbows. And I get up a few Ice Towers to defend any ceramic that my opponent would send at me. Now the risky thing about me doing that is that if my opponent sent Camo ceramics, I would have died to those because Ice Towers can't stall those. But unfortunately, I said I did have to go right here, and I surrendered the game because I had to leave. So, I mean, I guess that was just an okay ending to the video, but I apologize. I had to leave right there, and I don't know. It probably would have been more intense if we kept going. Now I know that my opponent was playing easy on me because if he was playing hard, he probably would have sent those ceramics. But you know, this is subscriber battles, and we're just playing to have fun. So that's really all I have to say. So remember, if you want to play subscriber battles on Flash against me, add me on Skype. My Skype username is in the description. And remember to ask to join the Skype subscriber chat room. If you want to play against me in subscriber battles on mobile, then just add me on Facebook. And when I post a video announcing that I will be playing subscriber battles, then you feel free to challenge me, send me an invite to the game. Basically, the first people who send challenges to me, I will just confirm the game and we will get into a private battle. And you know, I won't really try hard on the private battle unless you specifically ask me to try hard, which I don't know how you would ask me that since there's no in-game chat in mobile. But I mean, we'll just see how it goes. And I believe that's really all I have to say. I think I meant to say something, but I can't quite remember what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, so for mobile subscriber battles, I might do it. If I do mobile subscriber battles, it'll probably last only about less than an hour or something. But if it lasts longer than 1 hour, that's probably all the subscriber battles for one video. If it lasts shorter than an hour, I might continue the subscriber battles a few days later, just to get enough footage that's decent enough for a video. So you know, just keep that in mind. So that's really all I have to say right now. I think this video is getting really long, so I should probably stop talking right now. So leave a like if you enjoyed, and have an awesome day.